Hey guys, thanks for joining me for a new video today. I'm joined by Gero from Vexels. How's it going?
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Yes, man. Thanks for being here. And thank you to Vexels, to everybody that you work with, for sponsoring the giveaway that we should let everybody know about really quickly.
Yeah. For people who subscribe, we have a launch. We call it a launch party. So with Ryan, what we're doing is we're doing a giveaway of a full refund for annual and lifetime plans. I mean, for people who subscribe through Ryan's link, we're gonna draw two winners. One of them is gonna get a full refund on an annual plan, and one of them is gonna get a full refund on a lifetime plan. So yeah,
That's a pretty awesome deal. Yeah. So anybody that subscribes between, I think 2 days ago and through what was it, Tuesday?
Yes.
Yeah, Tuesday, July 6th. So there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days left. If you join with an annual plan or a lifetime plan, and I do believe that they're also discounted. So make sure you use the link though. Like you have to use my link. This is for you guys, the subscribers to my channel. If you end up signing up, you will have the chance to get everything fully refunded. At least 2 people are going to get a full refund though, get it completely free.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I really appreciate you guys hooking it up. And why don't we just go ahead and introduce Vexels to anybody that is watching this video and they're like, why the heck do I care? What is Vexels? Why does it matter to me?
All right. So Vexels is a design platform that hosts a wide range of contents, of graphic assets, as well as design tools. And we've recently launched our newest version, the latest version of our platform, which is what you're seeing right now on the screen. You notice that at first we have a very separated experience between merch and design. That's because we originally started as a graphic stock, and as years went by, we noticed there was a huge interest in the print on demand and merch industry and sourcing resources and sourcing, graphic resources for it. And we started going into that first with teacher designs. Now we have a whole array of PSD templates, of ready-made designs, as well as online tools that help on the design problems that merchants always have, either at first or even when they're experts in it. So yeah, Vexels is we are working on becoming the go-to platform for merchants in the industry.
Yeah, I like that. I like the idea that you're tailoring it almost specifically to merch by Amazon, but also, a big part of what I teach is that if you can push something to a merch by Amazon product, you can also push it to plenty of other products and other marketplaces. And I know firsthand, because I've been using Vexels for at least a year now, that you can spin any of these graphic assets or, the merch ready designs into Redbubble products, for instance, and you name it. You can push it to an eBay t-shirt, you can push it to an Etsy t-shirt, etc. And I mean, I love Vexels because everybody that subscribes already knows I'm all about making things as simple as possible. I don't claim to be a great graphic designer, so I'm willing to leave it to the professionals. And what's great is I can come to a website like Vexels, type in dinosaur, and I know there's going to be, a million good graphic elements that I can use. Plus also some pre-made, merch ready designs that I can go in and tweak however I need them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Like July 4th right here. This would be, a perfect graphic to tweak into, some July 4th designs and whatnot.
Yeah. And it's good that you mentioned not only for merch by Amazon. I mean, we've seen that the print on demand industry as a whole is growing, constantly growing. We don't work only with merch by Amazon, but we also, our graphics can be used on platforms like Printful, which is not a marketplace per se, but you can use them on Printful and they will work perfectly as well.
Yeah, it translates really well into, like I said, like a huge variety of print on demand products. And then, this is why also, maybe if you guys aren't subscribed to my channel and you would like to, I put out tutorials on how you can take a design that's maybe optimized for a t-shirt, like, maybe this one here, that I would say is more like a vertical portrait mode design, which that's how I typically start at pretty much every single one of my designs. But you can then push it to a place like Redbubble, and I'll show you how to do it. And you can take, even though it's optimized for a t-shirt, you can still use like patterning. Like you can use a pattern and have it replicate your design, and it'll still look good on, a face mask or something like that. Like you can get creative and take something that's not necessarily optimized for something that, you would probably approach differently, like a face mask. You'd probably switch that into a landscape design, and you can still have it look good. So there's a lot you can do with this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I love that you guys, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that we don't have only print ready designs, like that one. There are also other assets like transparent PNGs. Like you can just get an isolated element and you can create something with, for example, and if you hover, some of those will make select, if you want to choose where it says experience on your left, select merge.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. And you can now select like PNGs for merge, for example.
It's really cool. So this is the whole new website experience that you had let me take a look at in beta, but this is really nice.
And maybe if you hover on one of those, it's gonna be
oh,
it
that's
shows
cool.
you, it kind of shows you, gives you an idea on how it can be used on products, so you can use plenty of these. You can use any of these and any quantity of these just by like using, like downloading and using them on your editor of choice, or you can fire up the t-shirt maker and create designs there. And you just download them like with a transparent background. You can apply them onto any kind of products that you want, given that they're the right fit, right?
Yeah, that's great too. And you can also do like if you have like a silhouette like this, you can do a color overlay and flip it from black to white and then sell it on a black coffee mug. I mean, that's a big thing that I do on my Seller Central account on Amazon. I typically, like I say, I like to occupy as much online real estate as possible. I like to give customers as high of a likelihood as possible to find my products. So if I find a graphic that I like maybe these flowers, I'm not afraid to then color overlay, flip the color scheme, like invert it, and sell it on a white coffee mug and a black coffee mug. Yeah, so that's really cool. And you've got a t-shirt maker. This is cool. So this is good for maybe doing some mock-ups and whatnot. I haven't had too much time to play around with this.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you got graphic elements.
Yeah, and over there you even have some templates, I think. Some ready-made templates. But
I did. I got some here.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things to explore and choose to let loose your creativity.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yeah. You can even change. Yeah.
What I find most useful personally is like, where is it? Okay, so if I go to design mode, this is something that like, I don't know if people will even believe me, but I swear, I don't do this as much recently because, I'm in tier 200,000 with Merch by Amazon, and I kind of optimize my approach to print on demand for my merch account since that's where I make the most money. But what I've done in the past is I've just come and let it give me whatever graphic it does, almost like roulette, where I don't even search for a graphic, and I'll just go down the line of the graphics that it gives me, and then I'll go do niche research and see like, all right, what kind of rubber duck shirts are selling on Amazon, and like, is there some text I can pair it with to then enter this niche? And I just kind of do it at random, and like, I swear it makes sales. I'm not making this stuff. It can work.
That's a good idea. That's a nice idea.
It's crazy though. I mean, I've actually done it as a live stream in my in one of my private groups, my private Facebook group for my Amazon merch course students. So they've seen it work firsthand,
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, what that's what you just mentioned is a concept that I think is really valuable here, and it's that you can also use Vexels to inspire yourself. You know, if you don't have idea of what you can do, if you feel like you don't have any inspiration, or if you don't have any ideas, don't get flustered. I mean, you can go to Vexels, browse through either, like as you just mentioned, like I go to any listing and just get ideas from there. You can also browse through the collections. We now have collections which are groups, like groupers of content. Yeah, or collections, for example. You can check collections. You can check niches as well. So you can get ideas from our own already curated content groupers.
This is cool. Like, I don't understand this design style at all, but I did an interview with somebody like 2 months ago, and they had a shirt on Merch by Amazon that was like, it was one of the top sellers for I think a whole month, and then even outside of that month, it's still ranking really high, and it's this style design, and it's like, I can't believe he actually reached out. Apparently, I featured his shirt in one of my videos, and he's like, "Yeah, that's my shirt. Let me tell you how I did that." And man, like, he's making just crazy sales.
Yeah. So well, one of the things that you'll find here in the collections, they're not just random. They're actually some of, like, most of them are the most requested and most and the best sellers and most popular designs and collections and styles. So yeah, it's not that you're just gonna find whatever random design or style is out there. All of this is really based on data, on analysis, and it's not just pretty designs, but we are also monitoring trends and the success that these designs have.
Okay, great. That's awesome to know. And I mean, out of curiosity, how big is the graphic design team there? Like, you guys have got some really good designers, obviously, and constantly cranking out new content. So
yeah, it's crazy because the team just keeps on growing. We started like the team in 2018 was made of 5 designers, and today we have over 70. Or like, yeah, well, sorry, I would say better, over 60. And we just keep hiring new talents because we have more users than ever before, more requests, which is a feature that we also have, like free design requests. So there's a lot of people asking for new designs, specialized designs, and overall, our production, like, it just keeps getting better and more productive, so to say. So yeah, it's pretty big. The entire design team is in-house. So even though we are currently, due to the pandemic and all that, we are working remotely. Most of the design team is working remotely, but everyone is part of Vexels, and so we make sure that the quality follows our standards, and that we have full control on what we create and who we create it for.
That's awesome, man. Congrats on scaling the company up as far as you guys have. And it's no surprise, man, because like it probably scaled with the people that figured out they could start an online business and sell print-on-demand products that they don't have to front the money for inventory, and they can outsource fulfillment. It's like the best business model I've ever heard of. So and then yeah, like the designs here are great. And you said like you can request custom designs, and yeah, I mean, that's why this is one of my go-to tools. Like, it's huge what's possible. So
yeah. So even if you don't want to download and upload something as it is, you can always have the chance to create something of your own. You always have the chance to find inspiration and to make it easier for you. Like, design is oftentimes one of the most massive obstacles for any merch.
I agree 100%, by the way.
so yeah,
that's when I'm doing like like, here's the thing. So people, I don't even know if they believe this is true, but I promise it's true. People will be in my YouTube comments like, I've been doing merch for a month, no sales. And I'll say like, yo, email me, send me links to like 5 of your designs. And then I'll look at the designs and I'm like, I mean, I'm not like trying to be harsh, but typically that's the issue, you know? And it's, by the way, you could also have the best design ever. If nobody sees it, you also won't make any sales. But typically it's just that like the designs are good, but not great. And when a customer does a keyword search, they see your design, which is good. And then they see 5 of your competitors that are great. And then they buy from your competitor, right? They're only by making one purchase. So I would recommend, you know, anybody that's doing print on demand, that's, you know, you're into it, you're liking it, but you're not really sure if you belong. Like, you got to get those first few sales to really build your confidence. You know, don't let design get in the way when you've got resources like Vexels available that it's affordably priced relative to the amount of money you can make. Like I mentioned, I had an interview with, I wish I remembered his name, but he had the, you know, that Japanese style design. I don't know if it's Japanese, but and he definitely made over $10,000 profit easily. He probably made, if I had to guess, like probably closer to 50 based on how long it was selling as well as it was.
Wow.
And that could just be any design, you know? So
I think it's very important what you just mentioned about people who after 1 month and seeing no sales, they get desperate, you know, that they get like, oh man, like they get frustrated. They just, you know, they're bummed and they quit. A lot of people who quit often do it like in the first few, like 1-2 months.
Too soon,
too soon, you know. And this is something really important to understand when you're going into merch. Merch is, and print on demand is a business model that's easy to get into, but it's hard to be successful because you need consistency and you need to actually do the work, you know. That's where we come in. You know, we help you in the design department and the inspiration and ideas. You know, we try to make it as easy for you. With, if you don't have the tools, the actual software, we have it for you. If you don't have designs, we have the designers. If you don't have the ideas, we have tons of resources to give you ideas. We have a merch that a strategy guide every month. We have inspiration with our graphics, and we understand that this takes time, you know. So, and most important of all, I always say that Vexels is not gonna fix your problems, you know, but it's gonna help you do it. It's gonna help you do it, you know, because this merch is as successful as you make it to be. You know, it's as any tool you can find. It's like I often say it's like a knife. The knife on itself, it won't cut anything, but if you go ahead and cut a steak or cut a broccoli, you know, you're making it work. Vexels is the same. If you purchase this subscription, it's not going to do anything on its own. You know, it's not going to make your store successful. But if you do the right resources, if you do the right research, if you go over the steps, if you take inspiration, like stuff that you say on your courses, I mean, that can really make your subscription pop off, you know, and your business thrive. So I wanted just to be 100% honest with it. This is not, our platform is not a magic wand that will help you fix your problems, but we're definitely eager and actively working on making the merchant's life as easy as possible.
Yeah, and I firmly believe that, like, that is a huge part of whether, like, we could be a different business. Like, if we're doing something completely separate, like Amazon FBA, and it's a different tool that makes every business process way more efficient and way more likely to succeed, it's a no-brainer. So in this case, we're talking about print on demand, and we're talking about Vexels. Like, if you're watching this and you don't need it, of course, fine, no big deal. But like, if you think that this could benefit your merch business the way that I know it has benefited mine, consider it. You're going to increase the quality of your graphic designs. You're going to make it take less time to make really high quality graphics. Like this one right here, I wanted to just share that, like, I used this template to make a bunch of Mother's Day designs. So I can speak firsthand to this exact design right here. The scalable PSD t-shirt. You guys know when I go after a niche, I like to scale it out because I have a lot of upload slots available. So I don't want to just make one good design. I want to take one good design template and make 50 designs and then use upload automation and push it to a bunch of different platforms and products. So that's my approach. And this worked for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's exactly what I meant.
Cool. Hey, Gero, man, let's wrap it right here. Thank you for being here. Everybody that's still watching, remember, if you use my link, it'll take you to this page. And again, that's required in order to be in the running to get your subscription refunded fully. But Gero, anything you wanted to end with?
Yeah, anyone, as you just say, I think anyone who feels they need some professionalism in their designs and really want to at least start with the good food, or if you are already an experienced seller, if you want to just take your business higher, I would recommend you to try out Vexels at least, just to at least know if it's good for you or not, you know?
Yeah, I agree. And again, too, it's a deduction, right? You're spending money to make money as a part of your business. So
It's an
expense
investment.
it against your business, deduct it against your profit at the end of the year. Accounting is part of running a business. So yeah, I love that advice, man. You have my stamp of approval. I don't go and just randomly promote services, especially ones that I don't use. I've been using Vexels for at least a year. I love it. It's resulted in many sales for me. And like I said, I even just shared how I like to use it, where I like to scale out designs as opposed to just making one really good looking one. So, hey, Gero, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, man. Always a pleasure.
Hey, all right, guys, everybody, link in the description. Make sure you use that link so that you're in the running for the refund.